Well, I thought by having two of us, we'd have double the time, but I guess that's not the case. So we'll get it going. My name is Sam Evans, and this is Jesse Evans. We're from 30 Proof. We're a development company in Sonoma, California. And you can visit us on 30proof.com or email us, please, at kml@30proof.com.
All right, our talk tonight is just going to be about pushing the limits of KML development, finding new creative ways to understand social concerns, because we really feel that, like we've talked about before, there's data out there, there's the mapping technology, and they need to be connected. So we're going to do that by looking at some of our current projects right now. The first one we're going to start with is a very important social concern, and that's saving and preserving certain delicate parts of the environment. We're going to do that along with an organization that we work with and work for called Wild Sanctuary. They're going to be speaking tomorrow, but Wild Sanctuary is one of the largest collections of natural sound in the world. It's been 40 years, this organization, collecting these sounds and soundscapes from around the world, and we turn those into a Google KML layer.
And what's great about this is that you don't just listen to the soundscape of the earth, you have perfectly geotagged data, and not only perfectly geotagged data, but also excellent field notes that are great to read from Bernie Krause, the man who recorded them on scene.
Okay, and another thing that I think we're going to be talking about, that he'll be talking about, is the Global Soundscape Project. The Global Soundscape Project is their attempt to expand this with other nature recordists around the world. So he's going to be talking tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and our Google KML layer and the one that incorporates his sounds will be tomorrow at the Ware Fair.
So it's going to be right out there, so please come by the Ware Fair. It's going to be the booth with the screen.
Okay, the next thing I want to go into is some of the prototypes we have internally being developed here at 30 Proof, where we're trying to come up with new ideas, new ways of using these KMLs. So one of the first ones we're going to do is something that was actually brought to us by Wild Sanctuary. And they have sounds from all over the national parks of the United States. And what this would allow is that we could take that and also convert it into a KML layer and maybe add a few more features that make the parks more accessible to people.
So using the technology that you can build with Google Earth and Google Maps, not only hear the soundscape of the parks before you go there, but also visualize your trip, be able to see where all the routes are, and the pollution, just the best areas to go during the visit.
Well, the next thing here is this is something that we're a prototype for an organization called Participate. Participate helps people take action after they've seen the film An Inconvenient Truth. So it's using NASA map overlays.
Right, what we're looking at right here is just one of the very many visual overlays that we can make with Google Earth to be able to tell a very powerful story. This is thanks to NASA.com.
Another prototype is for the Clinton Global Initiative. Founded by former President Clinton, it tracks issues of poverty, health concerns, and ethnic conflicts around the world. And we hope to find new ways, and we're working on new ways of showcasing those efforts and successes.
And by one way of doing that is heat maps, to be able to, what's the medium amount of money spent on healthcare in a certain area, what's the best area, what's the greatest place that we should be spending money on healthcare.
Okay, before we run out of time, this is our favorite thing. One of the things that we've got internally working on is a KML layer that tracks all of the progress, the past, the history of the conflict in Iraq. Not only from like a military point of view, but from a social and an environmental point of view. What you're looking at here is some images of oil fields burning near Basra, Iraq. And one of the ideas that we're bouncing around is being able to track the effects of this pollution and see what it's doing to both the Iraqi landscape and the world.
And also another thing that is in development for CNN.com is KML layers to be able to see the different conflicts during the Iraq war. This particular one is from Fallujah. And it's just a whole new way, using the timeline, we can plot it out.
So just to reiterate, we know that the data is out there. It's our job to provide design for it, to help collect it, to make custom applications, to help people understand the necessary social issues out there.
And once again, my name is Sam Evans. This is Jesse Evans. Visit us at 30proof.com and be sure to check us out at the Ware Fair tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.